All right, hello, let's take a look at completing steps 12 and 13 in the Chapter 5 problem solve. In Chapter 12, we're asked to use the average if function to calculate the average cost of attendance for those colleges located in Kansas, KS. All right, so let's get started. I'm on cell H1, and I'm going to type equals average if. There it is. I'm going to double click to select it. Okay, the first thing I need to, so the average if is constructed so that the first thing we're going to identify is the range from which we pull the criteria. Okay, so we want to find where the state is Kansas. So I'm going to type in state. Oops, I could do that. There we go, state. I'm going to double click to select it from the list. So look in the state column, it's column B, comma, where the criteria is KS, and KS goes in the double quotes. All right, then another column. So we're going to find every record where the state is KS, and then what we want to average is the data that rests in this column, which has a name of RESCOA. So I'm going to select that name from the list. So we're calculating the average of all the records that are located in Kansas that have a match for KS. All right, right-hand parentheses, press enter. There's our result there. Let's go ahead and move on to step 13. So step 13 says, in cell H2, use the average ifs function. So it's kind of the same thing. We're doing an average calculation if a criteria is met. The only difference is that we're going to do more than one criteria. So here we're going to say find those colleges located in the state KS, but in addition, find colleges that have a rating of 5 in the cost column. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Now, it is kind of unfortunate that these two steps are together because the functions are arranged kind of inversely, but let's go ahead and get started. Equals average, and this time it's average ifs, plural. All right, so now the first thing that we enter here is we enter the range which we will average. And what we want to calculate an average of is the cost of attendance. I had to think of what it was. So here, this RESCOA, cost of attendance field. Okay, so that's the first thing we put in. See how it's different from average if? It's kind of backwards. All right, comma. The next thing we enter is the criteria range. So one of the ones we want to find is in the state column. We want to find, so I'm going to double click state, comma, and then in quotes, I'm going to add KS. So where records have a state of KS, find that. All right, another comma. The second criteria I want to match is from the field called cost. So I'll start typing that in, double click it to accept it, comma, where the cost is 5. That's in the instructions. We want to find those records. All right, add the right-hand parentheses, press enter, and that should be your results for step 13. Email me if you have any trouble.